Okay, thank you for joining me today. And I will start talking about, hold on a second. I need to, okay. Thank you for joining me today. And I will start talking about today's topic, which is HCI, Human Computer Interaction. My name is Dominique Wu. I'm the CEO of Hummingbird and XReality Academy. Okay, so today I will talk about what is HCI and the history of HCI and long nose innovation, which is very interesting, like long nose innovation. Okay, so let's dive into what is HCI. HCI is the abbreviation of human computer interaction. And so what's human computer interaction? Okay, so the definition is that human computer interaction, HCI, is a multidisciplinary field in which psychology and other social science unite with computer science and related technological fields with the goal of making computer systems that are both useful and usable. Yeah, so like let's keep it simple. So pretty much it's computer, human, and there are some interactions. Okay, imagine like in the past, right? Human, we use tools. For example, we use tools like we ride a bicycle, right? So bicycle is a tool, and we are interacting with the bicycle by pedaling it, right? And maybe the hand is moving the direction, and the bicycle is using its wheels, right? And accelerate our speed to our direction. So that is how we use tools. However, computer is like, it's similar to the concept, but computer has its own language, right? Binary language, which is like 0 and 1, 0 and 1, but later on it develops to its complicated language. So unlike pedaling the bicycle, right? We just tap it and the bicycle just move it. It's like a really predictable, really easy to operate, right? But computer, is that easy? It's like we tap, there's a big button, we just tap it and something that we want will happen. It's probably not that easy. We want to make everything as simple as possible, but since computer itself, it's a little complicated than bicycle, right? So for example, so it invents or like, so we can see like at the beginning, later on, we will see like start with the mouse, right? Mouse is a great invention in HCI. When I read the book of the, all the HCI history, I find out amazing why it's just a small mouse. It's not a big deal, right? I feel like why mouse is like the king or like something that's super prominent and start the era of human and computer interaction. Why? Because before you see like human and computer, it's kind of distant, right? Computer run its data and human probably can kind of do something and see the data comes out from computer. For example, like during the war, right? There are like giant computers everywhere and they are kind of like doing its own job and doing some analytics and print out something or, something on the screen. But we couldn't really, having the human touch of interaction of computer. Ever since mouse invention, mouse is kind of like bring the humanity and computer, mingle them together. Before, when we use computer, we need to type its own language, right? We need to command, we need to follow all the computer rules, right? But because of the mouse means that we view the computer as a canvas. So computer need to talk us in a human way, and human talk to computer is not the computer way. So there is a gray area between human and computer. You see, like for example, like the mouse, right? We view the whole interface as a canvas, right? And the mouse just freely and go anywhere, right? And imagine computer before a long time ago, you need to type a lot of commands or something that is computer's language. But now computer understand what human wants. So right now you see like start with human, right? Because human computer interaction is human centric. It's not user centric. It's also user centric, right? But it's more human centric. Why? Think of human. What is human? Who are humans, right? Human, we can talk, we can see, we can touch, right? And then computer, it's just a silicon, like, a machine with a lot of chips, right? And producing some digital signals. And how can we as a organism or living creatures, how can we talk with this digital creature, right? So that comes to human computer interaction. Okay, so if you see this one, I know it's a little crazy, but yeah, if you see this chart, you can see, like, for example, we use hands, right? And there's kind of like a controller, and then we put signal to it. And our brain is a big processor, similar to computer, right? We are processing through our experience, through our memory, through our knowledge, and we start making things make sense. And our brains are telling our hands to do something, right? So it's similar to computer, but it's using neural, kind of like a neurals, I would say neurals to, to put like some small signals to our bodies and make sure things, working according to our way, right? So this is how living creature functions. We have a brain. We tell all our body to start executing things. In computer, how do they do things? For example, they take commands, right? And then they take commands and they have a big CPU process, right? And they start producing the result, right? How can human and computer work together in order for the final outcome to come out something that human wants? For example, you are writing an essay for your assignment, right? And you want to, your brain has already had, a lot of really good concept, and you want to put to a small document, right? So you can send an email to your teacher, and your teacher can see your concept and kind of like communicate through all those digital files. So this is much more complicated than riding a bike, right? Riding a bike is easy. You tap and you see, like the wheel moving around a little bit. So you kind of know the simple theories, right? As for computer, you type something, right? And you see something on the screen, right? So those, or you use mouse and start clicking around, and you can see like, wow, computer really understand what you want and do something according to your commands. This is not as simple as, you tap, you pedal the, you kind of like ride a bike, right? Ride a bike is simple. You are operating a machine, but using a mouse or typing something or talking to the machine, it requires much more complicated command coding, developmenting for computer to understand like what human wants and do the exact task and producing the desirable result for the humans. So this is a very interesting stuff. So the interaction between human and the computer will be considered inside the areas of HCI, human computer interaction. Some people say computer human interaction, right? Like there are a lot of different terms, but HCI sounds like a very popular term for describing this. And then we know like there's UX UI, right? It's more focused on the screen presentation. But HCI, the difference between it is that it not only talk about the screen, but also talk about the physical hardware, such as mouse, such as computer design. It's, the big computer, small computer, and some other, PDA, right? Yeah. Some, like iPad or something like different device, right? So HCI will be more broad. So you can see like the areas. It related to design, it related to psychology, and then sociology, economics, right? Because you see like mouse, right? In order for people to feel good about, or to feel good about operating the machine, it needs something like more human shape design, right? Math, computer science, philosophy, economics, law. Yeah, and nearly everything is involving it. Yeah, it's very, very interesting to see that there are so many, different fields integrate inside this HCI area. Okay, so let's talk about the evolution of HCI. Okay, the history. So let's talk about the history. If you can see that back in 1945, Vannevar Bush published a very, very important scientific or technology article on the Atlantic Monthly. The article's name is called As We May Think. Yeah, so this article pretty much kind of predict all the future, device, all the future, like pretty much it's kind of like a prediction of whatever we have today. It's amazing that this guy kind of like figure it out what will happen in the future, which is whatever we have right now. Yeah, in the article, he predict that in the future, all the knowledge will be stored in a film-like little chips. And for example, like someone who is good at art, someone who is good in